So I was hosting a webinar this morning and was talking a little bit about wholesaling properties, putting properties in contract. And I started to touch a little bit on terms, but didn't really have the time to really go into that. So I wanted to do this quick video to give you guys some education on when you're getting into contract with a motivated seller. It's not all about the price. It's also about terms. So let's talk about a few different terms. Obviously, the amount of earnest money deposit can be considered a term. If you're wanting them to take your offer serious, you're not going to be able to put a $500 or $1,000 deposit. It's going to need to be a $5,000 or a $10,000 deposit. Also, a big part of your terms is going to be your closing date. If my seller says, Ryan, I really need 45 days or I need 60 days to be able to find a new place for us to live, then I'm going to be able to set that closing date to what my seller needs so that they're going to be more enthusiastic about my offer than maybe somebody else's offer. If somebody is offering them $5,000 more but wants to close in 30 days, maybe they'll take my offer because I'm willing to wait the 60 days. So that's another term. Also, some other terms that we can apply are things like helping them for relocation. Like if they needed, like let's say that your motivated seller was out of state and they had a bunch of personal items in the house. One of the terms that I might put in for them to accept my offer, and obviously you have to budget all of these different costs within, if you're doing a fix and flip on the property, or if you're just wholesaling the property, make sure that there's enough profit in there for you to cover these expenses. But I had a probate property that the motivated seller was the heir, and they were in New York, and they wanted a lot of the personal furniture that was hand built to be sent to New York. So I got a quote for that. It was $4,400. My profit was going to be $64,000 on the property. There was plenty of space in there, so that was one of the terms that I created. That's one of the reasons why this gentleman accepted my offer. He told me, he said, Ryan, nobody else had even had that conversation with me. Nobody asked me what are my wants, needs, and desires out of the sale of this property. So terms are something very important. There's all kinds of different things that you can factor in. If you've got a probate property and they haven't paid for probate yet, if it can fit within your budget, then you could offer to go ahead and pay for probate. There are all kinds of different terms that we do. Another term is if they have squatters that are living in the property. One of the terms might be is that, hey, as the buyer, I'm responsible for removing the squatters. So thinking about making offers to your sellers really should start with a question of what their wants, needs, and desires are. Once you've got a price established, kind of put that to the side and factor in other terms and things that you can do that would be an advantage of that motivated seller accepting your offer over someone else's. So that's a little bit about terms and how to get your offer accepted above the competition. So get out there and make those offers.